Well, guess what? I was going to make a video today, and again, I felt like a lazy bum, and I did not want to go through all that editing and all of those stuff. This going live thing is kind of bomb now that I'm getting used to it. Um, you don't have to do anything. The only thing I don't like though is that YouTube, they just make it go on the channel right away. And so I like to put my little music and my little stuff up there. Hey, I was going to make a video. I was just saying I just decided just to press that live button. And so here I is. But what I wanted to do today was there's some very interesting comments that have been coming across the um, the channel, as well as a couple of questions that I got in through the website that I wanted to respond to. And I will be back tomorrow. The regularly scheduled thing is tomorrow, but today was just kind of like, today is like be a lazy bum and make a live feed video day. So wait, let me get some water because I start coughing. All right. Since it's been a couple of days since I made a video. So this letter comes in from a young lady. She's in the 26 to 35 age group. So she's still pretty young. And she says, I've been dating a man for about 9 months. For the most part, we get along very well and love doing things together like traveling. However, we have some very different expectations for our relationship. Okay. Do we need to read anymore? Okay, but we're going to, but you're right. And I have some too. And if these questions get any worse, I'm gonna get up and y'all gonna see this empty screen and you're gonna see my back. And then I'm gonna be going over to get me some wine. And then I'll come back and then we will continue. So let's see. Okay, so she says, okay, it seems like most of these differences stem out of our different religions and cultures. Okay, that can be challenging. As a result of his beliefs, he can't own a dog. He wants me to dress modestly, and we can't have sex certain times a month. Oh, but that don't keep him from sticking. Oh, let me be quiet. I think it is good that he knows what he is looking for in a relationship, and wanting to be with someone who follows his religious and cultural values is not a bad thing. But it seems very unrealistic to expect me to change. When is compromising too much? It seems like this relationship is going to end because I like how I dress and I do want a dog and I like to have sex every day. Any advice on how to make a relationship like this work, or is it definitely over? Girl, this shit was over as soon as I got past the first sentence when you said, comma, however, we have some very different expectations of our relationship. That was it for me. It was a wrap. It was over. Because exactly, flee like your name is Flojo. Because, okay, first of all, let me talk about his hypocrisy for a minute. Okay, this motherfucker want to talk about how religious he is and how he, you must dress modestly and he can't have sex. Okay, in those religions, you're supposed to do all that when you're married. Okay, you should have called him on that shit. You should not have let him get away with that because you would have been like, what part of this makes me your wife? You see, that shit that you talking, that goes for wives. We ain't married. So none of what you talking about has anything to do with me. You know what I mean? I would have called his ass on the carpet so quick. And it's like, I'm getting the dog tomorrow. You don't have to like it too bad. And I'm going to dress the fucking way I want to because I was dressing like this when you met me. You don't like it too damn bad. And, you don't want to fuck me when I want to be fucked. Then trust me, I'll find somebody who will. Those are the 3 things that you should have told his ass. Trying to use his religion to beat you over the head like his name is Bam Bam or something. Look at here. You go and tell him that this is not going to work out because you want something completely different than what he is offering. And say, it's fine for him to be those things. It's wonderful for him to have those fantasies in his head and them magnificent, ridiculous thoughts and everything he's talking about. But that's not for you. That's not the relationship for you. That's not the lifestyle that you want to live. Nothing that he's offering is what you are looking for in a relationship. And I keep telling you guys, how many times do I have to say this? Anytime a man is not offering you the relationship that you want, you leave him alone. How hard is that? It's one sentence. One sentence, but I have to keep repeating myself. It's like y'all come at this from all these different angles. Like if I word it like this, I come from low up high and to the left and to the right. I speed by whatever kind of version of this that you want to come at me with. The answer is always going to be the same. It's not the relationship that you want. It's not the relationship that you dream of. It's not the relationship that you know is going to make you happy and satisfied to be with him on a long-term basis. Cut it loose. You don't try to make a relationship work when you're just dating some sorry ass motherfucker like this. He talks out of both sides of his neck. He talking one thing and doing something else. And you didn't even say anything to him about that. You writing me about how to make it work. You don't make shit like this work. You flush it down the toilet like the shit that it is. No, I'm telling you, I just, I don't even know what to say, but she gets somewhat of a pass because I'm gonna hope she's at the lower end of this range, the 26 versus the 35. Because by the time you in your 30s like this, you ought to know better than this. There's no excuse for you woman to be in her mid 30s and still acting like this, chasing after some man and trying to quote make it work. That's what youngsters do until they learn better. But by the time you hit 30, you should know better than this. And especially if you've been watching this channel at all, I know you have heard me say this. Girl, okay, let me see what she says. She says, part of the problem is that we've been programmed to believe from childhood, especially by our own mothers. Believe what though? I missed something. um, Well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, a lot of programming. You're right, goes on where young girls are told, they made well, not necessarily told straight up, but definitely made to feel like they're less than if they don't have a man. So a guy who's just meets like the basic criteria of manhood, and you don't understand what that is. I have a video here called "The Basic Man." So you just look at that and you see what I'm talking about. He got a job, he got a car, he got a house. Okay, those are like the basic principles of adulthood. You don't get no standing ovation, a round of applause for being basic. Okay, this motherfucker here is basic. He's actually less than basic because he want to have all these damn rules so nobody can even live. I'm like, oh no. And get you a cute dog. Send me a picture. I like puppies. Unfortunately, I'm allergic, but I still like them. But this poor child, she needs some help. And that's of course what I'm here for. And my crew here, everybody's on the same page. But I'm telling you, you can't do this. And if you're a young woman and you're in a situation like this where some man's trying to tell you what to do and how to dress and about his religion and all this old shit, then you just remind him, I'm not that religion and I ain't your wife. And we just kicking it, having a good time. As soon as I stop having a good time, I'm out deuces. Okay? That's what you need to do. Yeah, they do. They act like being married is some great accomplishment. Please, crackheads can get married. That don't mean nothing. It's like, are you in a marriage that makes some damn sense? And but just saying I do that, I mean, okay, what's that? Okay, then this was really interesting. I wish, like I said, this is the only thing I don't like about live is I can't show pictures. But this young lady wrote a comment and it says, it was posted under the video, How to Date. Yeah, crackheads get married. They be there. I seen some. They was like leaned up on the corner, just high as Cooter Brown, both of them, and big old wedding rings on their hands and just looking a hot mess. So, and this video was posted under the one called How to Date. I mean, this comment rather was posted under the video How to Date. And she said, Deb, I'd like to hear your thoughts on an older man who is trying to date a younger woman who's with a 25-year age difference. And he told her on the first conversation that he's impotent. Okay, now you know my ass is old. Yeah, Cooter Brown, honey. That's my daddy used to say all the time, Cooter Brown. Okay, now you know I'm old. And he come in the gate telling you that he's impotent. Okay, and you're the 25-year age difference. So see, this is when you Yes, either you run, or if you do want to toy with them, like if you say you need something, you want a new car, you don't want to pay for it, you want some bling or you want some designer shoes and bags or whatever, that's when you put the tap to his ass, because basically that's what he's telling you. I cannot offer you any kind of sexual satisfaction, but I can give you some money. Now, if he don't have no money, then of course he's just, you be like, well, why are you on my phone? Click. Okay, but maybe you just, I mean, this is it. I mean, this is one sentence. That's all she put. I don't know nothing about how old the man is, what the man looked like, how old she is. All I know is it's a 25-year age difference. So I said, okay, well, what if she's like 25 and he's 50? I'm just, but like, so maybe she's trying to go to grad school or something. Maybe, Duke can help her out with the tuition. Maybe she could upgrade her vehicle. Maybe, I don't know what's going, she could give her the down payment for her condo or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what the situation here, but I'm going to tell you this. If I was a young woman with some dude 25 years older than me after me, honey, I would be getting fucking paid and I wouldn't touch him. You ain't getting nothing here, nothing. All you get to do is look at it. You get to squire me around town on your arm and you get to buy me shit. That's what you get to do. Just for me being in your presence with my youth and beauty, you're going to pay for that privilege. And that's essentially what he's, coming at her with. Now, like I said, there's two kinds of women in this world. There's the kind who don't mind being, pimping motherfuckers like me. And then there are those who are like, oh my God, that's so horrible. How could you treat someone like that? Don't trust me. They would do it to you in a heartbeat. So, I can't really answer this question definitively. I could just give you um, what you should do if, on each end of the spectrum, whatever your goal is. If you want a relationship with someone that you love and, who cherishes you and that you guys have a great sex life and you can have children with and be married to and live happily ever after with, you would just hang up on this and this shouldn't even be an issue. If you want someone around just for the entertainment value of it, to take you different places and spend money on you so you don't have to spend your own, and you don't mind doing that, then this is a situation that you might investigate. So you have those two options. Of course, then maybe you just don't feel like being bothered at all, and you don't want a relationship, and you don't want to be bothered with him either. That's option number 3. So you have to say, which one's going to work for you. But I can tell you, any man coming at you like that, telling you that his dick is broke off the gate, he's letting you know what time it is and it's time to get paid. That's what he's telling you. All right, now here's the next letter. Dear Deborah, I am a 33-year-old guy in a serious relationship, but my girlfriend is always pushing to get married. I love her and I think she's the one, but I'm not ready to settle down yet. What the fuck does that mean? And why do men always say that? Now she's moved out of state and tells me that if I love her, I'll follow her. What should I do? Signed, by myself. I have a feeling. Yeah, his dick is broke. He said he's impotent. In the first, she only had a 1-sentence question. And in it, she said there's a 25-year age difference and he's impotent. That means his dick is broke. Okay, he can't get it up. That's what that means. Impotency, that's what that means. So, yes, I have several. I have 5 books, actually. I think 4 of them are on Amazon. The other one is I'm supposed to be revising it, but I haven't done it yet. But one of these days, I'm going to do some things and, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know you can't tell from writing. I can only go by what I see. You have to put the smiley face or something there. But yeah, I wrote a book called How to Improve Your Assets. So how to get your booty in shape. And at some point, I guess I'll make an exercise and show you, a couple of exercises from that. But in general, all my books are on Amazon. Okay. So he says she moved out of state. They're 30. He's 33. He doesn't say how old she is. He doesn't say how long they've been dating. There's a lot. He didn't give much information. He's being rather cryptic. But let me start with this. Okay. I mean, why did she move out of state? I mean, did she move to go to school? Did she move for a job, a transfer, a promotion opportunity, to be closer to her aging parents? I mean, what, you didn't really give me any information. So there might be a very valid reason why she moved out of town. Now, there's also the option that she moved because she wanted to test you, right? She wanted to see if you were going to be, how you were going to feel about missing her and her not being there on a daily basis because she was, she was always around. You've been dating her for a while. I mean, you say it's a quote serious relationship. That means, at least some months, I would guess, possibly years. So, I don't know. But let's talk about you because we don't. There's a big question mark about her, her motivations for that, and I don't want to make assumptions. So I like to deal with what is when I respond to advice letters, and what is that what she wants to get married, and you keep saying you're not ready yet, and your ass is 33 years old. Okay, those are facts in evidence in this letter. All of the stuff I might say is conjecture. So let's talk about these facts. Let's focus on you. Now, I'm going to say this since you didn't say how long you guys have been dating, but I'm going to, as I said, a man knows within 6 months if the woman is wife material or not. So if you've been dating this woman 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and you still talking about you not ready yet, what you waiting on? See, she should have asked you that. She really should have asked you, well, what is it that you need to do to get ready? What is it you need to see? What do you need to do? What goal are you trying to reach? I mean, she should have got a little bit more information. Of course, maybe she did, and you just not telling me. But I would say, if you spent that kind of time with her and your but is 33 years old, you ain't no baby no more. You're not in your 20s. You're not fresh out of college. You want, you have in your position now to where it's time for you to make the next step in your life, right? So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, either you need to step up to the plate, sir. You need to step up to the plate, or you need to let her go. Let her go and find somebody who wants what she wants. She wants to be someone's wife. She don't want to be somebody's girlfriend forever and a day. Okay, you seem to be very high, very okay with this dating thing, and she wants something more committed, more solid, more stable, more dependable, that provides her with more psychological and emotional safety. That's what it means. When a woman is pushing to get married, she's feeling like this isn't really going anywhere, and she wants to feel like she's put in some roots, like there's an anchor in her life, and that's what she's looking for. So once you get that anchor, see, then you go around, you could do all kind of stuff, but you always have that grounding, that thing that's there. And that's if she's really wait till the end and ask questions, because I got to do these. I'll ask for questions later, but right now I can't do both. Okay. So, you know if she's the one or not, so you need to be talking about something that she want to hear, or you need to just let her go, because what the situation that you have right now at your age, and you just want to date the same woman. See, it's like you're setting her up to give you all the benefits of having a wife, but you don't have none of the responsibilities or legal ties or obligations to her. See, you just want all the good part without giving her what she wants, so that she can continue to feel good about the relationship. So she took her toys and she went away, and that's exactly what she should have been done. And I'm glad that she had the courage to do that. I wish more women had the courage to do that, because then that way you guys would either have to shit or get off the pot. You're not going to keep using these women, using their bodies, using their time, getting all the benefits of their love and affection and attention and cooking skills and cleaning and everything else that women get, the psychological peace of mind that you get, all the benefits that you get from having somebody to love you, and you don't give her the one thing that she needs, the one thing that she's been asking you for. See, you full of shit. I would have left your ass too. All right, now let's move on and talk about, this was a comment that was posted under the video, the one who loves too much. That was my last one. Like, the one who loves the most has the least power. That's what this is posted under. This woman writes, a lot of these women aren't giving these men any initiative to be real men, because they are doing everything in the relationship and not putting any expectations on these trash ass men. That's why they barely do the bare minimum when it comes to courtship, because they know it's another no self-esteem having bitch that will give him, okay, I'm not sure what she meant there. Give him whatever he wants for nothing in return. Okay. Now, these women, she says, these women aren't giving these men any initiative to be real men. Okay, first of all, women don't give men initiative to be anything. So you're trying to put the responsibility for what a man is or fails to be about himself on a woman. And that's bullshit. That motherfucker needs to be a man on his own. You be a man because that's what your fucking ass is supposed to do. You want to walk around here with your chest stuck out talking about, I'm a man, you know, Mr. Okay, you need to walk the walk and talk the talk. And they want to say, well, you know, you didn't make me a man. You didn't make me behave like this. You didn't make me, you know, treat you right. You didn't. Okay, that's supposed to be self, you know, that comes from within. You determine what kind of man you want to be and how you want to present yourself to the world, sir. Nobody makes you do that. And young lady, you got to stop with this mentality that women control what men do. Men control them damn selves. Any woman could do everything in the world for a man, and he's still gonna dog her out because that's what he fucking wants to do. So don't put what men are or not, choose to be, choose not to be, choose to do, choose not to do, are based on himself, his view of himself, his desire to be somebody or just be a piece of shit. All of that is his responsibility, and it's solely his responsibility. See, because let me explain to you. A man who was about something, okay, you know, a lot of these women we know have some real self-esteem issues, and they've been, as the ladies pointed out to me, you remind me, you know, it's a lot of it's brainwashing. They've been trained to think like this about men their whole lives. So they come into this channel, they're hearing some of the stuff I'm saying for the very first time in their life, and they don't really quite know what to do with it yet. But, you know, me telling them that they have the right to expect things. They have the right to say no. They have the right to put up boundaries and not give and give and give and be there all the time for these men. They have the right to put limits on what they do for these guys and saying how accessible they are. All this kind of stuff. A lot of this is new concepts to these young women. Okay. So when you have a man who comes along and mistreats a woman and tries to use her up, see, that's a piece of shit nigga. That's what that is. That don't have nothing to do with her. Because if he was a real dude, he would sit her down and he would say, look here, girl, baby, honey, whatever, you know, whatever, babe, whatever people call each other these days. I understand that you've been, you know, you probably have seen a lot of ancient men in your life. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm not saying it's your fault, because most of these fuckers out here ain't about shit. But that ain't me. I know how to handle myself. I know how to take care of my woman. I know how to handle my business. So you sit down. You stop thinking you need to earn my love. You stop thinking that you need to do everything for me. I'm a goddamn man. I do shit for myself, and then I'll do shit for you because you mine. That's what a real man says. But see, you got this kind of shit here, and you thinking that the women in their sickness and their low self-esteem and everything, that they're responsible for making these men be those kind of men. No, those guys are responsible for making themselves be be men of quality and class and style that people can look up to and admire, including the kids in the community, including their woman, and including their parents and their mate. Okay, that's internal. That comes from here. That's something that he decides, because when he looks in the mirror, he wants to be proud of the person that he sees staring back at him. Okay, but a lot of these dudes don't have that kind of moral stance. They don't have that value system. But if they don't have it, it's not a woman's job to make him be that. That was his parents' job, to raise him to be that way when he was a child. If they failed, it's not your job as an adult woman to raise someone else's son who's 35 years old. Okay. So I'm not down with this response at all. That's why I wanted to talk about it on here. I want to be very clear. You know, you guys are, you have to get rid of this mentality that you are somehow responsible for what men choose to do or not do. That's not you. That's him. That's his internal decision-making process. And if he makes some ain't shit decisions, that means he had an ain't shit nigga, and I don't know what else to tell you. Okay. You know, it was just, that's not manhood. Manhood is knowing the right thing to do and doing it, whether it's difficult, whether it's challenging, whether there's obstacles, whether people tease you about it, whatever. You, as a man, you stand strong and you do what is fucking right because it's the right thing to do and you know it's the right thing to do. You don't willy-willy and wishy-washy and all that old stuff. That's not a man. I don't know what those people are, but they're not men. All right. Um, Now let's look at this. Oh God, this guy wrote like a fucking book. But he writes about the importance of first impressions. That's what it was posted under the video there. And some guy had wrote a comment about seeing escorts or whatever. So he writes, I don't know about an escort, but I suspect the criteria and later judgments men and women make about the opposite sex are quite different. Yes, because men, all men look at is titties and ass and face. That's all y'all look at. If this video is to be believed, women have more visceral reactions to basic visual criteria for men in the first few seconds of meeting, something men are always accused of, than men do for women. You know why? Because women are reading a man's emotional stance and they're reading his energy. See, all you guys are looking at is ass. We're getting your vibe. And see, that's something that men don't really understand about women, that intuition and that knowing that a woman in tune with herself has. So she can just be around you and realize you give her the creeps, you're just something off about you. Don't matter how good you look. If she's tuned into herself, she's going to recognize that feeling and she's going to back away from you. Part of that is your first impression. And it's something you guys can control because you're just weird as fuck. You got some weird shit going on in your mind. And your eyes look crazy and your facial expression is off. Your body positioning is off. She's reading all of that instantly, like the $6 million man. And so she's going to definitely make her judgment about whether she feels uncomfortable with you or comfortable with you in just a second or two. And that's what guys just don't understand. You think that, they want to have, you have to look a certain way and all this kind of stuff. No, what you have to do is not look crazy and not present crazy energy. And then she might at least talk to you for a few minutes. But if you start exuding all that weirdness, yeah, I should say this. It's got to be the woman who is in tune with herself, though, because a lot of women will second guess themselves. We see that all the time here. They're like, well, I shouldn't be like that. I should be nice. I should give him a chance. So it's like they're like overriding their intuition that's telling them this danger, Will Robinson, this is not where you need to be. But they don't, they're trying to meet some kind of social mandate that they be nice and give everybody a chance or something. I'm like, shit, fuck all that. I'm not the EEOC. I'm not required to give your ass shit. Not even a hello. So, you'll never hear that conversation here. I'm all for you tuning into whatever makes you, makes you a little leery and then back away. So that's what he doesn't understand. So then he says, also a woman who shows up dressed to the nines and looking, quote, marketable, then proceeds after a few dates to start revealing the real her, i.e. divorces, kids, financial troubles. She's still essentially using her first impression to placate that man into hopefully later accepting her baggage and later on. Okay, he messed up there. Okay, no, sir. No. So if you think because you just met a woman and she was attractive and you start talking to her and she didn't spill her guts and tell you everything within a few seconds of meeting her, then you're a fool. And that's why you're single, because you don't have any sense. Who's going to do that? Walk up to you on the street, just met your ass, and then start telling you all their whole life story? That's what dating is for, sir. That's what conversation is for, sir. As someone trusts you, they start to tell you more and more of the things that hurt them, that scared them, that caused them stress and strife in their life, that challenged them, that, made them grieve. I mean, people will share these things with you as they grow in comfort with you. Now, you don't have to accept it. But that's how it's going to come. First, you're going to meet, you're going to see the outside, the superficial, and then you're going to get to know the person. And in that getting to know part, as you do when you're dating someone, these things will be revealed. Now, why you want to make it sound like only women have that problem and that's like something that women are using against you, you're stupid. This happens in any kind of relationship, professional, friendship, in a club, It worked. I mean, whatever. Did you get to know people as you spend more time with them, and as they trust you, they start to tell you more stuff. That's across the board, the human experience. I mean, I know, dull, just stupid. Okay, so then we move on. He just full of nonsense. Of course, the man could do the same thing. Nice clothes, car, metrosexual over grooming habits to deceive the woman and hide his quote baggage. But on average, it doesn't seem that the average man is adept at displaying this skill. He ain't been around no brothers. And we've all seen the six-time divorced trust fund millionaire. Where those see, that's how you know it's a white boy. Because he all on some shit that don't have nothing to do with your average black person. Talking about a six-time divorced trust fund millionaire. Where do you have those in the black community? I've never seen one. Not one. Ever. Even in the news. I mean, you know what I mean? Just stupid, just reaching, just coming up with some shit, just like unrealistic bullshit to try to make a point. A six-time divorce trust fund millionaire. Shit. The niggas, you can be lucky if you find a thousandaire with a horrible, abusive personality that has a never-ending stable of beautiful and well-mannered women at his disposal. See, this is a loser. This is some dude that ain't seen pussy since 1972. And he's sitting up here talking about these abusive men who get all the pussy and because he ain't getting none. I'm like, I can't even roll my eyes hard enough. It may say a lot about what a scoundrel he may be, but it says even more about the women who tolerate him strictly based upon his resource pool and presumed access to thereof. You don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's turning them out in bed. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on just because of what you see. You don't know nothing. Exactly. He emotional, he bitches exactly what he is. No, this ain't no brother. This is a white boy. So he says, you know, a lot of them come to my channel now. You do know that, right? I mean, I steady be kicking them out. Choo, 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 choo. Because they always come up with some bullshit. They just mad. In truth, when a man shows up to a date in ripped jeans and a holy shirt, see, white boy clothes, he isn't doing himself any favors unless the woman is a carnival worker and that attire would be considered dressy. See, what black folks don't talk about carnival. I mean, all the clues are here that this is not somebody who's black. No, this don't sound like no black man to me at all. And so then he says, but at least the man is being honest and earnest in his presented first impressions, regardless of how cack-handed, I think he meant backhanded, and potentially damaging they may be to his dating life. Okay, let me explain something to you. Lucy. If you show up to a date in a holy shirt and ripped jeans and you call that being honest and earnest, you know, okay, what you are in your honesty and earnesty is a bum. Okay, you're a bum. You're a disrespectful, nasty ass, creepy bum, and you don't even have the decency to put on some decent clothes for a date. You want to go out in public in some shit that you should be like remodeling your house wearing, but you want to think that a woman's supposed to go out with you to a restaurant or even to Starbucks and you look in a hot mess like that. You are drunk. You drunk. You know, I'm just like, what? He's being honest and earnest. No, he's being just a loser. He's being someone who displays that he doesn't even have enough concern about the date to do better and put on some clean clothes. Yes, he's just a bum, a cretinous bum. I mean, so then he says, no matter how you look at it, it's always best for men to be on their guard when approaching a modern woman these days. Deception, dangling the carrot, and duplicitousness are always on the acceptable wiles list for women. Okay, now, you know what? The term, what player? Where did that term come from? Men. Pimp men. Okay, so you want to talk about deception, con men, see, men, right? Con men. Dangling the carrot, men who string women along for commitment, talking about, you know, marriage. This is, all these are male traits that you are trying to attribute to females, sir. You have it twisted and you're just all on some other drug-induced something that's got your mind all fucked up. These are things that men do. Okay. Women are the ones bearing the brunt of it. And there are women like me who will flip that shit around on your ass so fast it'll make your head swim. If you come at me straight, then I'll treat you straight. But you come at me with some bullshit, believe me, I'm going to come out on top and I'm going to use your ass for everything that you got. This is just ridiculous right here. So then he says, and the better they look after a certain age, which unfortunately is getting younger every year. Yes, as more and more men admit that they're pedophiles, the more the man has to be preparing himself for the inevitable bad news that's beyond the nice dress and makeup. Okay. So everything here in his focus is on what a woman looks like. Did you notice that? Everything is about what she looks like. So when you know, when you focus on, yeah, you tired of them. I'm tired of them too. I'm glad this is the end of the letter because it was long, but it was like something that I wanted to respond to in video form because as I was looking at that, I'll be typing forever. My hands will fall off. So it's better for me to talk and then just get it out with all my emotional, emphasis in the words that I want to use. But yes, you should be on your guard with approaching a woman because most of the time you shouldn't approach a woman because most of the time your shit is raggedy. So you trying to approach somebody in some ripped jeans and a holy shirt, of course you're gonna get shot down. I mean, it's like you just set yourself up to get your feelings hurt. At least look like you're clean and presentable. See, it's like this. It's like this. Okay. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. A relationship, a job. Okay, let's look at those two things in a comparable way. You go to the job interview and you have on ripped jeans and a holy shirt. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get rejected. They're going to throw you out on your ass. They're going to think, wow, he's a loser and a bum. Okay. But somehow he means that that's honest and earnest in his twisted little brain. So he would approach a woman, remember, job, relationship. He would approach a relationship with ripped jeans and a holy shirt and think that if a woman rejected him, that somehow is because she is, using her wiles and she's trying to do something to damage him. Now, see, in both cases, you trying to get somewhere. You trying to like up your level in society. You trying to get some money, position yourself for a career, get some promotions and shit, doing that. And you're trying to get some love life going. In both those instances, you need to come with your A game if you want to get hired. Okay. You come and showing up like this, you're not going to get anywhere. Women will reject you. And that's just the way it is. So these guys want someone who's who's younger every year because you guys are fucking losers. You can't even, your immaturity level is just shocking. So of course you have to get someone who matches your level of immaturity, even though chronologically you may be in your 30s, mentally you're about 15. So that's why you guys are attracted to 13 and 14-year-old girls. You see, you haven't made the connection there. But you like 13 to 14-year-old girls because that's the level where your mind is. Even though your body has matured, your mind has not. And so there's nothing a woman who's mature looking for somebody to be a husband and father can do with you. And that's why you sit at home online, angry on YouTube and writing comments like this. That's exactly why. You have problems and you need to fix that. I suggest a counselor and, some work on your mind so you can like grow up. That's what you need to do. All right. He has some serious issues. I'm like, I don't know what to say about this dude, but that's enough of that. So let me go back to the screen over here. Okay, now this is the part where you guys get to type a question, please. And remember, I'll be back tomorrow. So if you don't get it, you don't feel like doing it today, that's fine. We can do that. Thank you, Great Expectations. We can, you've been watching me all day. Wow. I don't know if I could want to watch myself all day because I'd be talking too much shit. Sometimes I look at my videos and I do a face slam. It's like, oh my God, how did you say that? Why did you say that to those people? But yes, thank you. Okay, I saw some questions earlier. Where y'all's questions at? It's your first live stream? Well, this is about my what? 7th or 8th one now? Yeah, I try to talk the truth. Some people don't like it though. You know, your favorite bed wrenches, some of my, people, they've seen the people that come and they just really be really mad because they don't want to, they don't like hearing it. But, um, I'm not here to baby you guys. Um, I'm seeing a lot of young women get like seriously emotionally damaged by making some of the choices that you make. And I'm not saying that you're bad. I'm saying you don't know. And that's why I'm here to try to give you some education. Okay, so here's a question. What to do about a man who does disappearing acts? Oh, what do you think black women, being who bash black women, hate to see them date out? Okay, that's two questions. Okay, hold on. Let me answer these. A man who does a disappearing act, that's covered under the video called ghosting in response. So just type in ghosting on there and you'll understand what the thing is there and then why they come back. And what you should do is remember that when he ghosts you, that motherfucker has ceases to exist. He's gone. He exists no more on this plane of life. Okay, so it's like, if you should like do the block thing on all avenues where he could access you and let him just be ghosted over there somewhere. Don't let them bums be going in and out your life like that. That's what y'all do. You get on that little merry-go-round and then yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, drama queen. Block him every possible way that there is to block somebody. That's what you're supposed them date out. Well, because I mean, who wants their whipping boy to go away? Who you gonna beat on if your whipping boy is gone? That's all it is. Because see, you got to look at that. There's one of those videos where I talked about how this guy actually had a whole video about how to break her down or something like that. I forget what it's called. But anyway, I used clips of his videos where he was telling his listeners how to destroy a woman's ego and self-esteem. And that's what you have when you have a guy who behaves in that way. That's what his goal is. He wants to see you feel bad about yourself. He wants to That's emotional abuse and psychological abuse, but it's making you feel bad and insignificant and useless and less than and unimportant and worthless. That's what they get off on that. It makes them feel powerful if they can see that you have an emotional response and that they've hurt you, even if it's online. They love that shit. So the best way that you can avoid that is stay off those channels. See, I don't go on those channels. Y'all be telling me what's going on, and I go and see. I be like, oh my god! But as like subscribers and stuff, and I don't usually make it a point to do that. What I will sometimes do is use those as examples of what to avoid. But I don't, I'm not a subscriber to any of that stuff. I don't want to fill my head with that kind of stuff. I'm not listening to that nonsense. I'm not helping them get no views. I'm not doing nothing unless it's going to benefit you guys in some way. And even then, I only use very select segments of it. Would never, fill your heads with all of that drama and that pain. I don't believe in doing all that. And just like drag the asses. I am a good ass dragger. Okay, here's somebody that says my best friend is 20, like me, and a boy knowingly gave her herpes before he switched colleges. What should she do now in regard to dating, especially? Oh my God, that poor girl. What she should do is see a doctor. They have like some natural kind of supplements, nutritional supplements and things that I understand will keep that at bay, so she won't be having breakouts and stuff. But she will always have it. Well, the virus will always be in her body, but that doesn't mean that, it'll always be something that is visible, like, with open sores and stuff like that. But Yeah, but it's really kind of impossible to sue because she would have to be able to prove within a reasonable doubt that he's the one that gave it to her. So, like, yeah, so she had, like, say she had a gynecological exam right before she messed with him, and then she had another one right after. He got it from him, so there's no grounds for a lawsuit. There's no. That's my legal background coming into play. Um, yeah, you just that would go nowhere. No attorney would take that case unless you had, like I said, solid proof from very frequent medical visits or something. Um, so that would be my suggestion. She investigate some kind of healer, nutrition, and see what they can do to help her. Put that in remission or whatever they call it. They only knew each other for a short time. You're an herbalist, so see, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. The natural ways to work with that. They only knew each other for a short time, but he kept telling her that he loved her, and then he goes to, well, that's what they do. That's all seduction. That's why I keep telling you guys, you can't listen. La, 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 la. Don't listen to what they be talking about because they'll be talking smack. And they only talk like that because they understand that so many young women are, so needy emotionally. Make her body more alkaline. Yeah, been drinking some alkaline water. I don't know. It makes me pee a lot. Is dating a 47-year-old man as a 28-year-old appropriate? No, no, it is not. It's not. Okay, what with his old ass? See, he's more my age group than yours, and I don't even want him. So I don't know. Shut up, Tiffany. Tiffany's like my grandma. She'd say, "The old men give you worms." My grandmother used to say that. I can't believe you typed that. Tiffany is wrong, just so wrong. But I don't know. See, I'm like, okay, well, let's just walk through this real quick. You 28, he's 47. So y'all date. Okay, so say you're 30 and he's 49 and y'all get married. And then he's 51 and you whatever, and then you get pregnant. And then you have the baby, then you get to ready to have when you're 35 and he's, 60 or whatever age. I don't know. I'm losing track of what age everybody was. But anyway, what I'm saying is, and you got to look at that in my video. I talk about them old men too. They have old ass looking babies because their sperm is old. And them babies come out looking all crispy and dried up and stuff like little old men. And should not you should not be messing with him. I mean, if your dream is being married and have, kids that you can grow up with your man and you guys can hike and go camping and do all this stuff, he'd be out there playing baseball with the kids and hooping with them and all this stuff, then he gonna be like wanting to sit down and chill in his rocking chair and stuff. And you gonna want him to be out jumping around playing hoops with his sons. And it's not gonna happen. He's most likely to be dead before they even graduate college. So I don't really see a point here unless you're just doing it for just a hot minute, just for something to do. But don't you dare fall in love with him, and don't you dare get pregnant. You better lock that shit up, put every kind of birth control possible up in you, and don't you dare get pregnant by that old fool. And don't you, be falling in love. You maintain your distance from him emotionally. They like to see what they like to do, them old dudes. They like to just, fuck around and just go through women and do all kind of shit while they're young, right? Did they hit middle age? And then they realize, oh shit, I got to slow my roll. Help me when I'm older and stuff. So then they start trying to go find a young woman so that they can use her up, and because they figure she'll live longer, right? And she'll still be healthy, so she can, help wipe his ass when he pisses on himself and put on his Depends, and do all this stuff for him because she'll be 20, 30 years younger than him. No, don't even waste your time. Don't do that. Yeah, I do. I date younger men. I don't fuck around with them old dudes. I haven't dated anybody older than me or even my age in shit 30 years. That's like the last person I had who was older than me was a man I married, and he was considerably older than me. But I mean, he still looked good and everything. Don't get me wrong. But since then, it's like, because he stayed in shape, and we ate well and exercised and everything. But and he was like 11 years older than me. So that wasn't that much, and but these dudes, they're like 20 years older, 18, 20, 25 years older than these girls. No, don't do that to yourself. So I'm single. I'm still in my mid-30s, and although I'd like to get married, I don't like the current selection. My mom says I won't get married because I won't mellow down. What does that mean? That means your mother wants you to settle. That means your mother wants you to just be married versus, yeah, them saggy butts. See, no. And then they think they have a boner, right? When they're young, it's like this. And then when they old, it's like this. And then they want you to do all that work to make it get to here. No, I'm good. See, I like, girl, that's just too much work. I'm sorry. I'm not doing all that. That shit makes me tired just thinking about it. No. But what was I getting ready to say? I was ready to say something to that young lady. Oh, your mother was making you settle. Don't do that, because see, what she's trying to do is put the pressure on you to be married just so you can be married. And you don't want to be married just to be married, because those women are miserable, and those are women that turn up in divorce court 10 years later. What you want to do is take your time and, find you. I mean, and the main thing is, get your ass a passport and go somewhere on a plane. There's so many men all over this world. My favorite is really like Asian men. Girl, I love me some Asian men. I don't know what that's all about. But this is a big world out here. You don't have to be limited to men from the United States. You don't have to be limited to black men. If you're white, you don't have to be limited to white men. I mean, just go for the guy that you like and that likes you. That's the main thing. How does he treat you? How does he respect you? How much does he go out of his way to make you happy? Yeah, my first boyfriend, I know I've said this before, my first boyfriend in high school was half Hawaiian and half Chinese. He was fine as fuck. And it's been like that ever since, But I don't know. That's something I really can't and you see the ladies are co-signing with me. It's like, enjoy your life. Don't just settle just to be married. I mean, when you get married, you realize that it's really not all that. I mean, I love my husband and stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I could have loved him at his house too, just as easily. Luckily he's not alive to hear that. But, he's the one want to get married. I was like, whatever. Actually, I told him no. He proposed 3 times. I told him no 3 times. And on the 4th time, he said, I'm not going to ask you no more. See, that was my cue. I should have said, okay. But instead, I got nervous. I'm like, oh, but I really like him, though. What am I going to do? So that's how I ended up getting married. She says, I dated a Chinese man for 2 years, and he wasn't shit either. He was always scared a black man was going to come snatch me. That's really, that's a common thing with people in interracial relationships, because I used to do a TV show here in Oakland. Those of you who live in the area know about Soul Beat. Child, I was on Soul Beat for about 2 years, maybe longer. I don't remember. And it was a live call-in TV show. That's another story. But a lot of people used to watch that stuff. And I interviewed some people that were in interracial relationships, and without a doubt, everybody in a relationship with a black person always expressed fear that somebody black would come along and snatch them away. Every single one said that. Now, whether it was true or not is irrelevant, because, I mean, if the person loves you, then they love you. And it's not about, this. It's about how they treat you. But I don't know. I guess they, the white girls felt really insecure about it, and they always thought, some black woman's gonna come, snatch them away. But I'm like, if he liked black women, he wouldn't have never been with you in the first place. So let's not even think like that. So it was just really interesting. So that's funny that you should bring that up. Hmm. Well, any man can be not shit. I'm not saying that his paint job gives him some kind of carte blanche. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what I'm attracted to. And that's what it is. So, you're attracted to it, right? So then you start the weeding out process. But, it doesn't, his race is not going to give him like any certain, uh, make him better automatically than anybody else. Please don't think I'm saying that, because I'm not. Um, what do y'all mean? You are attracted to Latino or Hispanic men? You're attracted to their culture? Is that what is because they are Black Latino? I don't know. I like them because I like a little brown. Like even with white guys, I like the ones with olive complexion and dark hair. I don't like, I told you I did something, talked about that date I had with the guy who was so blonde. His eyebrows and eyelashes was like translucent. I mean, dude was just no. Nicest guy though. I mean, he treated me so well, but I just could not get past that invisibleness that was going on with dude. I just couldn't handle it. And he was very excited about the brownness of me, compared to him. But honey, that was like a ghost or something. I couldn't know. I couldn't do it. Oh, you're commenting to each other. Okay. Well, he wasn't really albino, but he was probably like 5 steps down or 3 or something. But yeah. Okay, so what anybody else got a question? If not, I'm about to dive into my bottle of wine. Oh, okay, so here comes somebody. Why does an ex wait till they see you? Wait till still see you when they are in a new relationship. Main chick to side piece. Oh, well, because it's a test. You got to realize, just think about how many people, there's like these websites, how to get your ex back, and books, how to win your ex back. And, all the stuff about getting back with an ex. And a lot of people, even if they're in a new relationship, still think about ex person. Um, and it may not be because the other person did something. Don't give yourself kudos for that. Sometimes it's just because they want to see if they can. Because it's like it's an ego boost for him. It's like you still thinking about him to the point where you still want to fuck around with him, even though he's got somebody else. His head is blown up to the size of the universe. And it don't mean that has any feelings for you. It doesn't mean he likes you. He wants to be back. It don't mean nothing. It just means that he knows he can yank your chain of the chains of your heart because you haven't let him go yet. And so he comes around talking about, oh, this is a classic game. Oh, um, I'm with her and everything, but I really miss you. And I made a mistake. See, that's maybe I this maybe, and y'all bite every time. It never fucking fails. It's so easy. All he has to do is to make it sound like he's doubting his decision, and that he's unsure of why he left, and that maybe it was the wrong choice. And they'll be saying it right as they look at you like this to check out your reaction, because you all like caught up in your emotions about it. Oh, I can get him back. He really does want me. This, you in your head, so you're not paying attention to what's going on with his face and the bullshit he's talking. See, that's why y'all need to learn how to play poker, so you can keep your face just neutral and listen to the shit they be talking and not have any reaction whatsoever. Yeah, the same, right. You're right. I'm telling you, the same shit over and over and over. It's like they have a playbook and they pass it around to each other. Like, you want to get your your ex to be your side piece even after you get married. Just the shit you say, Holmes. And then, the dudes all go and they all say the same thing. And they all do it the same way. And you guys, unfortunately, because you're young and you don't know these things, you fall prey to it. But it's bullshit. All you have to do is stay focused on it's not a PUA. Niggas been doing this shit since time began and before you ever heard of a pickup artist. It's just nigga bullshit. And the white boys, they take shit from black people. They take shit from people of color and put a name on it, and suddenly it has a meaning. Don't say that PUA. They ain't PUA nothing. They niggas, nigga shit that white boys then took and repackaged with some name and sold a million books and made all kind of money at lectures and shit. But now they got all this shit from niggas. And you see this kind of stuff, and then the woman gets all caught up thinking that he gonna come back to her because that's the shit he's saying. Well, I might, I don't know, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. Can I stay over here? Because I need to think. I don't know. And y'all get all caught up. You're supposed to send him back to his wife or his new girlfriend or whatever and tell him you don't have time for that shit. You're just like, that's just this niggalicious bullshit. I can't even, no. Okay. Why do men say they want to date women? For some pussy. Next question. Why do men stare at women but never approach, especially older men? Oh my God. Can we talk? Okay. Okay, yesterday. This drives me crazy. Okay, I'm glad I'm on camera so I can demonstrate this. It's niggalicious. It's just niggalicious. Okay. Why do old black men always do this? Okay, now I'm driving straight. Now imagine this, I'm in a parking lot because this shit happens all the time on the street or whatever, but this just happens all the time. Okay, so you're driving straight, right? And I want to turn this way. This happened to me yesterday evening. And this motherfucker's coming from this way, right? He pulls out just enough to block my car, and then he starts going slow as fuck while he's staring at me as he turns like this. Okay, so he's blocking me from getting to where I'm trying to go while he's going slow as fuck and blocking my path to where I can't make my turn to get around. Honey, as soon as that little dried up, crunchy little fool got, saying, I hit my car, spun the tires, and I went around and, pulled in and did what I need to do. But they always do that. They want to stare you down from the inside their vehicle like, like you just like a tasty morsel or something. It's so disgusting. And they all do it. All them old dudes do the same shit. Why do men wait to date women who want to date women who don't have kids when they have children, and then date women who have kids after you when you didn't? They are crazy. Yes, they are. Or maybe they learned that I don't know what they learned. Maybe she just was easier to get or something. I don't know. And they like to date women who don't have kids because you have more time and more money. You don't have to compete with nobody. They can come over and spend the night. They can drop in anytime. They're never going to hear you say, I can't get a sitter. They're never going to say, you can't spend the night because my kids wake up. They don't do stuff. They never, it's inconvenient. It's inconvenient when a woman has children. And, that's just the way it is. Yes, they do it and it's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, men over 45 with toddlers, no. You've been living your life all kinds of wrong. All kinds of wrong. There's no way in this world that you should be in your mid. That's grandparent age. You know what I mean? Not for me. Luckily, my daughter knows better because I would kill her. But you know what I mean? That's better. It's better. That's closer to being a grandfather than it is to be somebody's daddy running around with a 2-year-old. What about men pushing 70 who act like adolescents? Show me a 70-year-old who doesn't. It's like they start going, it's like they go up childhood, teens, adulthood, and then they start, let me come over here. Childhood, teen, adulthood, and then they go over and they peak, right? And then they start going back down. Teens, young adults, childhood, until they back in diapers and shit, right? Isn't that the cycle of life? That's the way it goes. Shit, we might be in that position ourselves. I hope not, but you just never know, But they just be old and just be like a big ass baby. I don't know what else to tell you guys. My friend's dad, who is a widow, is pushing 90 years, wears diapers, and doesn't want a woman with wrinkles. Oh, you know what? This is the thing that's makes me really amazed about men. Okay, your ass is old. You're old. You're in a wheelchair. You're using a walker. You got, depends on adult diapers. Why are you still thinking about your dick? Your dick ain't worked in 30 years, and yet you still dreaming about, life with pussy. And it just amazes me. I'm like, what does that mean to me? And it's just some amazing shit. Do you guys ever think about that? How they focus on that their whole lives? They get, just unbelievable. She says her mother could tell us some stories about men in their 70s. Yeah, I don't want to tell you no stories about them because I hope I never meet any. I just like, I don't, even when I am 70, I don't want to deal with no 70-year-old man. That's why I like to stay in the gym and stuff. It's like, yeah, dick ain't worked since 1987, and they still talk about they want some pussy. I can't deal with that kind of thing. What the hell do men see when they look in the mirror? That is the mystery of all time. It's up there with who built the pyramids. We'll never know the answer to that question. And it's, some kind of grand delusion happens. Like when they look in the mirror, they see something that doesn't exist, whereas the rest of us see some old crotchety fool. They used to work in a nursing home, and may be near 100 years old, near dead, but still get fresh when they see a young woman. I'm telling you, it just never fails. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know what to say. So, any other questions? Because we don't have to do them all today. Like I said, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be right here, and then I'm gonna be talking about online dating tomorrow. I actually have like a plan. Um, I spent my 20s working and studying. I did not date at all. Now I'm in my 30s and ready to find a partner. Do you have any advice for inexperienced people such as myself? Yes. Watch every video on this channel twice before you get yourself involved with these knuckleheads. You got to be armed. You don't go out here, like my favorite word, an ingenue, all brand new. Don't do that. You can listen to the one tomorrow about online dating too. That'll give you some well, keep that question, Lynn X, for tomorrow. I would love to answer that tomorrow when I'm talking about online dating, because that would be a perfect question. So I'll do this last one here. What does it mean when a man runs hot and cold? I thought I answered that. It's a manipulation trick. I think, did I talk about this last week? It's a manipulation trick. They'll do that because they get you all excited, right? And then they just stop talking. They, disappear. That is a tool of manipulation designed to get you to feel off balance and off guard, because that way you will chase after them. And, what's wrong? You go out of your way to be pleasing and giving and, try to get his attention and stuff. That's what they want you to do. That's what that's all about. I'm telling you, it's a playbook. They all do the same shit. And once you just want them to run hot, hot, hot. If the man runs cold, cut him off. Don't play that game with him. Don't let him play you like that. You guys have so much power. It's just like you just you don't use any of it. You have so much power, and so many of you so young. You could rule the fucking world if you guys had the confidence that you deserve more. You don't have to sit around letting some dude treat you like this. You just don't have to do that to yourself. I really wish you would stop. It's like it's all about what you think about yourself. Like I said, I'm only 5'4.5", but you can tell. I swear I'm 6'10". The way I carry myself, and the way that I talk to people, or don't let these men run any talk any shit to me, and I don't have any problem. Wait, what? Okay, Fatima, I hope you can come tomorrow and say that tomorrow. I just I have to tell everybody what I just saw. She said her friend responded to an online dude who had posted his son's picture. She started telling men to take a selfie right now and text it to her. Wow. I don't even know what to say. You know, every time I think I heard of all the new fuckery, there's somebody with some new fuckery. Unbelievable. And trying to get they post their kids. You know, when they do that shit, all you have to say is, I hate children. What the fuck you showing me that ugly ass baby for? I said that to a dude. He was all offended. Like, I don't care. I mean, the son was cute, but you know, you sometimes you just have to say shit because you want to throw them off their game. You know what I mean? You don't want them getting too cocky. You don't want them getting too sure of themselves. You want to throw them a curveball so that they kind of, you know, reset their game if they're gonna be coming at you. Don't let him run his script. Don't let him run his script. You need to break that up. Okay. But I hope that you guys can come through tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna be going through what I call my no-nos of online dating. And just for the record, I hate it. I hate online dating, so don't think I'm gonna be coming up here. Um, is it problematic if you only choose to date men of a certain race? I mean, you're attracted to what you're attracted to. I mean, but see, my thing is this: I'm attracted to who likes me and who treats me well. This motherfucker could be green with pink stripes. I really don't care. I'm like, I want to feel a certain way in the relationship. This is about me. And if he can make me feel that way by how he treats me, how he talks to me, the time and attention he's, you know, and whatever resources he invests in me in our relationship, then I'm gonna like him. But if not, there's nothing for me here. There's nothing here. So, you know, there's no reason for you to put all them barriers up and wall yourself in like that. You know, just be open. Be open because you never know where love is going to come from. You know, just never know. So, one day be taking call-ins. You know, Eb, if I only knew how to do that, but you know, y'all lucky I figured out how to do the live stream, okay? One step at a time. Remember my first one a couple of weeks ago? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It was horrible. But at least now, you know, I'm pretty familiar with the platform and I understand how to do things. But as far as doing the call-ins, I think you have to do that in Google Hangout, don't you? I don't know. I have somebody who's more of an expert at this than me. Maybe I'll call him and see if I can get off the phone in less than an hour because that boy loved to talk. Whew. All right. So anyway, thanks you guys for showing up all spur of the moment. It's like you guys must that little bell must have rang and everybody's like, ooh, live, live. And if you get enough people request on Plenty of Fish, they shut you down. Oh my, if you reject enough. Wow. Well, we'll talk about all that tomorrow, okay? You guys save those questions that concern online dating for tomorrow. Um, and then we will go through all of that tomorrow, okay? But come back tomorrow. Somebody who just holler, you just missed the live. Yes, you did, but I'll be here tomorrow again for my usual Wednesday 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Pacific. I guess that's 9 Eastern. 8 if you're on in the Central time, but it's 6 Pacific time, 9 Eastern, 8 Pacific. I mean East Central. And we'll be here tomorrow. We're going to be talking about online dating and any other dating issues that you guys want to talk about. All right. This is Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com signing out. Another wonderful show with you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.